Welcome back to Mama Says. Today we are going to make pesto sauce. You might be like, what the heck is pesto sauce? Basically, pesto is basil and garlic and oil and usually pine nuts and salt and pepper, stuff like that. Very simple, very healthy, and incredibly delicious. Although some people kind of stay away from it because it's green, because the basil's green. But it's so good. And I like to use it with, you just toss some pasta, whatever pasta you want, with the pesto sauce. And then I like to grill chicken and put that on top of it. And if you serve it with a little garlic bread, honestly, when I do garlic bread, lots of times I use leftover hot dog and hamburger buns. Because we always seem to have those. So I use those and easy peasy. But anyways, today is pesto sauce, and you might be thinking, you had that t-shirt on the last time. I did, because the last one I finished up just about an hour ago. So I am still wearing the same clothes. Doesn't matter, we're doing video number 2, because I needed to pick my basil today. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is wash our basil. I just picked it out of my garden. We're gonna wash it, and I'm gonna use a salad spinner to spin all the water out. And then we're gonna go from there. This is my salad spinner, and this is my basil. The way the salad spinner works is you rinse off your lettuce or whatever you're using, and you put it in here, and then you put this thing on top, like this, and then you push down. And when you push down, that basket in there spins, and it spins the water off of it. The water will collect in the bottom. If you need to stop it, you press this little button here. You could probably hear it stop. It stopped right away. And this thing, if you want to store it, you push the handle down and you slide that guy over and it holds the handle down. But when you're ready to use it, there you go. So I'm going to stop it. Okay. I'm going to take the lid off, put it aside, put our basket in the sink. And we are going to wash our basil. You can see there's some dirt on there, but isn't it gorgeous? We're gonna wash our basil, put it in there, and then we'll spin it. Okay, so I've got most of my basil done, but I've got some more here that I'm finishing up. But I wanted to show you, this is what I have from pruning the top of my plant. And I'm not throwing this entire thing in there. I'm peeling each of the leaves off. Actually, I'm just kind of picking them off. They just pop off with your fingernail like that. So I just throw that in there. I'm not using the big stems. If I've got a stem like this, I don't take that off. I think it's fine. These I think are fine. But the ones that are like part of like a bush, like a branch off a bush, I take those off. So I have some like this that critters have eaten. It's kind of blurry. Get it? There we go. And there's no critter left on there. That's just where they ate it. So I rinsed it off real well, and I'm gonna use these too, because once it's blended, you won't even know. So I'm gonna put my lid on here. My friend Alicia gave me this. I don't think I got it on there quite right. No, there we go. Spin it a few times. Stop it. And then I'm gonna see, there it is, mostly dried, and there's the water in the bottom. So you can see there's a fair bit of water in there that was on the leaves. So now my leaves are mostly dried and ready to use. Okay, so we need 1 cup chopped fresh basil leaves. This is my 1 cup here. And the way I'm gonna do that, the way I do stuff isn't necessarily the way everybody does it, or it's not necessarily the right or wrong way. It's just how I'm gonna do it. I use this knife. I absolutely love this thing. This is, this is a Cutco knife. It's called a Petite Chef. And the way that you use a knife like this, you see how it's kind of rounded right here on this part? It rocks. So like when I'm cutting something with it, get this stuff out of the way so you can see. You're gonna, I hold my fingers here to keep this tip down, and then you just kind of rock with it. Sometimes I use this hand to hold whatever I'm chopping if I need to. And then I kind of move it a little bit like this because my knives probably need sharpened, but they're still really sharp. So I just kind of loosely chop it. Now a chef would probably say I'm doing things wrong, but again, this is just me. This is just how I'm doing it. So if anyone has a criticism, you can keep it to yourself. So I'm gonna put this in here. But there are lots of ways to do the same thing, particularly when you're cooking. So there's some, get some more of my leaves here. All right, I'm gonna chop these up. This is just very rough chopped. This is not fine or anything. We're just kind of cutting it up a little bit. And I am going to kind of pack it down, not super hard, but yet pack it down in there. And I might be able to make more than one recipe. Okay, so let's see. We'll call that 1 cup. And I'm just gonna dump it in there because I'm gonna keep chopping and just see how much I've got, because I really don't know. So, okay, so I actually ended up with about 4 cups chopped basil, and you're supposed to put it all in a blender. So I'm gonna carefully see if we can get all this in here. And one thing with pesto, it'll be bright green at first. If you store it in the refrigerator or even in the freezer, you can put it in the freezer for up to a month or so, it'll get darker green and maybe even look black. When you cut basil, that's what happens to it pretty quickly. You can, I don't know if you can even see on this one, but the edges of it are turning black just from having chopped it. So if that happens to you, don't think that your basil's bad and you did something wrong. Okay, so this recipe calls for 1 cup of basil. I've got 4. Half cup grated Parmesan, so 1/2 times 4 is going to be 2. I've got 1/2 here, so I'll sprinkle that in, and then I will measure out another 1.5 cups. Got a big bag of Parmesan here that I keep in my freezer from Sam's. So there's 1. Here's 2. And, oh, not quite 3. It's kind of solid. It's just about 3. I'll put a little more in there. It's kind of in a brick there. So there's a little more. So there's the cheese. It calls for 1/2 cup of pine nuts, so that would be 2 cups of pine nuts, which I know I don't have. I just bought this little bag today. Here's 1/2, and I'm just going to dump in whatever's in here. It's not even 1/2 cup, but I'm not going to worry about it because I don't know that the pine nuts make all that much difference in the flavor. It's really the basil and the garlic and the Parmesan, so I'm just going to go with that. 1/2 cup olive or vegetable oil. I only have avocado, so I'm gonna do that, but that'll be 2 cups of oil. Oops, and I just bought it today, so I need to take the little thingy out. It's got like a pull tab when you first get it. So you gotta pull that off. All right, let's see here. So here's one. Here's two. Carefully pour that in there. I always like to put my lids back on right away because I am prone to tipping things over. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to need 4 teaspoons of salt. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So 1 teaspoon of pepper. Okay. Salt and there's my pepper. There it is. My measuring spoons. Okay, so we need 4 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna have to measure it by 1/2 teaspoons because my 1 teaspoon won't fit in my salt shaker. So there's 1 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3, 1/2, 4, and then 1 teaspoon of pepper. Now this is gonna come out a little bit when I open the lid because I've been using it. Did you see that come out of there? So I'm gonna do a scant 1 teaspoon. There's my scant. I don't know if you can see that. There's my scant right there. And then the next one will be a full 1/2 there. Okay. And then the last thing, 3 cloves of garlic. So we're gonna put in 9 cloves of garlic. And if you ask me, you can never have too much garlic. Where did I put my garlic? Here it is. Right here. So I'll put this to the side for a second. Now garlic has like a papery peel on it. Let me see this here. So you peel the paper off. That's what protects it while it's growing. And each one of these little pieces in here is a clove. So like I peeled it off and there's 2 pieces there. One's bigger, one's smaller, but that's 2 cloves. 3 cloves. Okay, so you can see these garlic cloves are different sizes. And so every time you make something, it's gonna taste slightly different because you're gonna have slightly different amounts. But you can see, hopefully this guy is wrapped in like a paper, so is this guy. But you can see his paper, his skin's kind of coming off there. We need to get that paper skin off. And sometimes it comes off really easily and sometimes it's a pain in the rear. So I'm gonna just work with it. Try to get that off of there. That's mostly off, not quite. I'm gonna do this for all of them, and then see this little stem in here, I'm gonna cut that little end off as well. Okay, so what seems to work the fastest for peeling garlic is to use your knife and just cut off the little end of it where it was attached to the clove. I cut it, but not, I mean, I cut it all the way through, but the paper's still intact. And then if you pull from there and pull some of it off, and then if you can grab the tip end of it and pull, sometimes that'll peel it all right off for you. The 3 times before I filmed this one, it worked just perfectly, of course. So I'm gonna do it again. Cut the end, grab it, peel one side, and then grab the other end, the tip. There you go, and it peels right off. So it works pretty quickly. I've got 2 more to do, so I'm just gonna do those hopefully quickly. Oh, that one's not wanting to come off. Come on now. There we go, and the last one. And then I want to show you 3 of these that had some brown spots on them. These guys here have some little brown spots on the clove. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut that part off. I'm not gonna cut the whole end of it off. I'm gonna try to just cut that little piece off right there if I can. I don't really know what that is. If it's okay, that part's okay. Just trying to get to it here. And I'm just gonna kind of keep cutting until there's no more brown. There's the brown part. So I'm just gonna, I wanna save as much of the clove as I can. Yeah, that's good. This one has a few of those spots. So try to just get that part off right there. Oh. And this one's got a couple of them. Cut those guys off. Oh, not yet. I'm gonna have to do a little more surgery on this guy to get that brown spot off. It goes a little deeper, so it's okay. You can take your time and you can fast forward this part, or maybe I'll just cut it out. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna put all the garlic cloves in there, and then we're gonna bring our blender over here and we're gonna blend. Okay, so we've got this ready to go, and we're just gonna blend it until it's smooth. Turn it on. Maybe high. So real quick, I'm going to get a spatula and I'm going to scrape down the walls. I want to get all of that juice down in there. I don't want any of that to not get blended. Oh, that smells so good to blend. Get that all blended in there. There we go. Bit back here that's not wanting to blend, so I'm going to have to go after it again. This guy too, right there. Okay. So here's our pesto all done. So now I'm probably going to end up freezing most of this because there's a lot of it there, but I will use some of it soon. I also wanted to mention my garlic that I've got left. This you just store up in your cupboard until you're ready to use it, but if you wait too long, it's going to start to sprout and you're going to see little green sprouts in it. At that point, you need to throw it away. But you can use garlic for all kinds of things. It's really good in marinades. It's really good in sauteing vegetables, or mixed vegetables, stir fry, stuff like that. So don't let it go to waste. It's really good. So now it's done. Pesto, oh, it smells so good. You can smell the garlic and the basil. It's a great summertime meal. And even though I know it's green, give it a shot. I think you'll really like it. And that's what Mama says.